My name is Eliza Delaney, and I first sailed to Western Australia in 1892 with my husband Thomas. It's his fault that we ended up here. Him and his big ideas about the grass being greener. There is no grass. We were to start up a cattle business. What were they supposed to eat? Sand? I prayed for the cleansing waters of forgiveness to wash my soul clean, but there wasn't much in the way of water either. We sailed with our infant daughter, and it was a trip that almost killed me. 3 months we travelled on that damned leaky vessel full of drunken sailors and heathens. And don't get me started on the lice and scabies and scurvy and vomiting. Oh, it was dreadful. And then we arrived. The first thing I remember was the heat. The heat flattened me. I could barely move beneath the weight of it. Oh! Then came the flies. Oh! They buzzed into my mouth and eyes, driving me to distraction. I remember my white petticoats dragging in the dirt. I remember a wide expanse of blue sky, which made me feel tiny and insignificant. I was nobody here, nobody at all. To be sure, I was no big hero back in Dublin, but people there knew my name at least. I remember a line of camels laden with goods which passed through the town. Yes, there were camels in Fremantle in those days. Can you imagine? I was so utterly weak and sick from my journey. I longed for a bath and a bed with clean sheets, but we spent the night camped in a tent on the hill. My daughter cried incessantly for Mammy. I placated her with sugar cubes, all the while wanting to wail myself. The magnitude of what I had left behind began to hit me. I wanted only my Mammy and the colour green. You see, the grass really is much, much greener on the other side of the world. Hello, my name is Ivana. I won't tell you my surname because it's got 3 Z's, a J and a couple of Viseviches. So let's just stick with Ivana, shall we? I want to tell you a story. Well, a couple of stories actually. One of them you'll know very well. I'm 21 now, but I still remember it as though it were yesterday. I'm sitting in a cinema in Sarajevo. Sarajevo is in Europe, Eastern Europe. I'm with my father, and I'm about 4 or 5 years old, and he has brought me to see The Wizard of Oz. And I really want a pair of those shoes, the red ones that Dorothy wears, the magic ones that will take her to Oz if she just clicks her heels hard enough. Boom! Did I scare you?
Yes.
Well, yes, it scared me too. There is a loud bang, and suddenly the cinema is filled with smoke, and there is a big hole in the wall, and the light is flooding in, and I'm hoping that it's the Wicked Witch of the North, because if it isn't, we've just been bombed. People are screaming, and my father picks me up and makes a run for it, and I look down, and my shoes are indeed red, which is strange, because they were black when we came in. They're covered in blood. Well, not covered, but is enough to put the fear of God into a 5-year-old. Right, Yugoslavia. Yugoslavia is like, what would social services call it? Like a dysfunctional family. Yes, Yugoslavia, a family full of brothers and sisters who fight like cats and dogs. That's my iPod! Is! Talk to the hand! Etc., etc. Except in Yugoslavia, it's more like, that land is mine! No, that land is mine! Landmine! 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 Boom! Landmine? Hence, the hole in the cinema. Sarajevo was under siege, but it wasn't always that way. Long before I was born, Yugoslavia was ruled by a man called Tito. General Tito.
and he ruled with an iron fist. Tito was a communist, and he said to the brothers and sisters of Yugoslavia, "Comrades, if you don't stop fighting, I'm going to make you sit on the couch and hold hands for an hour." Except it was a bit stronger than that. Let's just say you didn't want a backhander from General Tito. When Tito died, the family began to fall apart. And when communism folded, that's when the trouble really started. Yugoslavia was separated into 6 or so different countries. And every country wanted peace. They wanted a piece of each other. Apparently, somebody wanted a piece of the cinema I was sitting in. Yugoslavia was at war with itself. Look, there was goodies and there was baddies. And the baddies were bad to the bone. And eventually, the United Nations sent troops in to sort the baddies out. I'm saying baddies, but I really want to use another word. Do you know what I mean? They were burning people alive. So, me, Mom, Dad, and my brother Zoltan all hit the road. We're walking down the road, pushing a cart in the middle of winter, and everything we own is piled high, including the dog. And there are men with guns everywhere, and the snow is up to here, and I'm wearing my blood-splattered shoes, and then we run into them. The men with the guns. Only it's the United Nations, guys, and we're safe. When the trouble dies down, we go back to our house in Sarajevo to see if it is still there. But it's gone. There is nothing but a pile of rubble. It's as though a great big tornado has lifted up our house and dropped it on its roof, just like in The Wizard of Oz. So then we walk again. We walk all the way to a place called Kosovo, and we stay with family for a while. And for a few years, there is peace. And then the trouble starts all over again. And then they come. And they take away my brother Zoltan. And my mother sends my father out to look for him. And when he comes back, he's crying. Have you ever seen your father crying? And I'm picking my heels together like mad, but nothing. And that's when my father says, "Enough!" My father is a very hard-working man. He heard they needed workers in the mines here, so he applied for a job. And here we all are. Mom, Dad, me, and my brother Zoltan, who lives in here. And because we had to leave the last one behind, we got a new dog. I wanted to call him Toto, after Dorothy's dog in The Wizard of Oz, but my father said no, let's call him Tito after the general. I think he just wanted to order Tito around for a change. "Sit, Tito, sit," he says. I think it makes him happy. I've been here for 10 years now, and I work in the Converse shop, so I've got plenty of great shoes, and none of them are covered in blood. Maybe the old shoes did work, in reverse if you like. Instead of getting me out of Oz, they got me back into it. I love it here, especially because no one tries to shoot you or blow up points when you're trying to watch a movie. There are a few of us here now from what used to be called Yugoslavia. Most of us get along, but some people don't want to let go. They can't let go. And that's why I'm glad I still carry Zoltan with me, because I can hear him saying, "Please, please, let go. This is the lucky country. Relax. No one's going to pop a cap in your ask no questions. Smile in a while. It's over. So shall we all get on?" Oof, isn't it hot today? I'm melting, I'm melting. Yes, we're a funny lot. Big ones, small ones, black ones, white ones, and all shades in between. We are a lucky country, and we do have wealth to share. But we need more Beths and Victorias and Pearls and Afifas and their husbands and sons to dig holes in the mines, to teach in the schools, to work in the shops, to play footy with, to have a laugh with. So let's make him feel welcome, shall we? And if you've just got here, where the bloody hell have you been? Stay lucky. Thank you. Thank you. Mwah.